Welcome to the Academy of Mathematics, friends. I am Caesar and invite you to a new video tutorial. In this tutorial you'll learn about operations with complex numbers as algebraic, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Remember that a complex number is a number that can be written in the form a plus bi, where a and b are real numbers. For example, the following numbers are complex numbers. 1 plus 2i is a complex number, and so it is minus 5 minus I root 7. In other words, a complex number is the sum or difference of a real number and an imaginary number. Let's see an exercise. Simplify the following. 7 plus 13i minus 5 plus 8i. It's about a subtraction here. Remember that when we have a minus sign outside the set of parentheses, we can think of it as minus 1. So our first step is to distribute the minus 1 through the second set of parentheses. And our problem now reads 7 plus 13i minus 5. So minus 1 times 5 is minus 5. Minus 1 times 8i is minus I. So our problem now reads 7 plus 13i minus 5 minus 8i. Finally, we combine our like terms. 7 minus 5 is 2, and 13i minus 8i is 5i. So our final result is 2 plus 5i. Now we'll multiply two complex numbers. 2 plus 7i times 7 minus 5i. It's important to understand that we can work this problem as if we were multiplying two binomials together. In other words, we can use the FOIL method. First, outer, inner, last. The product of the first terms in each complex number is 2 times 7, 14. The product of the outer terms, 2 times minus 5i, that is minus 10i. Then the product of the inner terms, 7i times 7 is 49i, and the product of the outer terms, of the last terms, 7i times minus 5i is minus 35i squared. Next we combine the like terms, minus 10i plus 49i, and the result is 39i. Then we remember that I squared is minus 1. So our problem now reads 14 plus 39i plus 35, and the final result is 49. 14 plus 35 is 49 plus 39i. Another example. Two complex numbers are conjugates if the two complex numbers have the same terms, but the sign in between the two terms of the first complex number is the opposite of the sign in between the two terms of the second complex number. For example, the following complex number are conjugates: 1 plus 4i and 1 minus 4i. When we multiply two conjugates together, we use also the FOIL method as shown below. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times minus 4i is minus 4i. 4i times 1 is 4i. 4i plus 4i times minus 4i is minus 16i squared. And we remember that I squared is minus 1. Minus 4i plus 4i cancel out, and the result is 1 plus 16, that is 17. To simplify the complex number 1 over 8 plus I, remember that we cannot have in the final result an I to the denominator of the fraction. So to get rid of the I in the denominator, we'll multiply the fraction by the conjugate of 8 plus I over the conjugate of 8 plus I, which is 8 minus I over 8 minus I. So we multiply the complex number 1 over 8 for I with the fraction 8 minus I over 8 minus I. That is, we multiply the complex number 1 over 8 plus I by 1. In the numerator, we have 1 times 8 minus I, and in the denominator we have 8 plus I times 8 minus I. We'll make this product using the FOIL method. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times minus I is minus 8i. Plus I times 8 is plus 8i. Plus I times minus I is minus I squared. minus 8i plus 8i cancel out. I squared is minus 1. So the result is 8 minus I over 65. That is 8 over 65 minus I over 65. Finally, in this type of problem, we always give our answer in the form of a complex number. In other words, it must have a real term and an imaginary term. So we rewrite 8 over 65 minus I over 65 as 8 over 65 minus 1 over 65i. I was Caesar. You are on the Academy of Mathematics. Do not forget that math can be learned only by understanding and practice. For any of these goals, we can meet on Skype or establish other ways of communication.